Alright mates, it's time to hop on board the SS Boca because Boca Raton Championship Wrestling is back with another season of Boca Vision, and this time we are cruising for a bruisin'. I'm your cruise director, Neil the Heel Glazier, and when I say the seas are choppy this season, I mean it. 9 episodes packed with the BRCW All-Stars you love, new BRCW All-Stars joining the roster, legendary Hall of Famers, championship matches, and so much more. If you haven't watched the past seasons of Boca Vision, head on over to our playlist and catch up on the history of South Florida's finest fighters brawling by the beaches of Boca, with 3 entertaining seasons of BRCW to catch up on. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share so that you can help make Boca Raton Championship Wrestling the place where dream matches are made. Enough talk, let's get to the action, as our first match of the season features 2 BRCW All-Stars that have been trying to make a name for themselves right here in Boca Raton. Stallion Rogers is a no-nonsense technical brawler with a hard-nosed, hard-hitting style that epitomizes Texas tough. But that grit will be tested by a man that thinks Rogers is nothing more than a Melvin. And I'm talking about the Trend, Matt Taven. Taven has been masterful, yet manipulative in his maneuvering for matches here in Boca. But this time, he may have bit off more than he could chew when he goes toe-to-toe with Stallion Rogers. Let's head down to ringside at the VIP ballroom as this ship is set to sail on Cruisin' for a Bruisin'.
Your opening contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Crane, Texas, weighing in at 191 pounds, Stallion Rogers.
Well, we are kicking things off here with some singles action at Cruisin' for a Bruisin'.
This entire lineup tonight is star-studded. Everyone that has been from every major company in the world is here tonight. Even in the back, I was feeling like I was just like at a huge AEW, WWE, NXT. That was the vibe in the back, and this is the vibe we're going to be getting in the ring tonight.
The talent traveled from all over the world, and that does not exclude this man, Stallion Rogers, he's been to WWE. He's part of their 205 Live and NXT brands, who I've had a lot of experience with. If you had some experience with, here to take it to a former world champion in his opponent here tonight.
And his opponent.
In the back of your mind.
That's right, Matt Taven here electrifying the room already, getting the sparks quite literally flying to kick off the show here tonight. Of course, Taven, a former Ring of Honor World Champion, former New Japan Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion, and Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champion with his partner, Mike Bennett of the Kingdom, but an absolutely standout single star of his own right, here to open the contest at Cruisin' for a Bruisin'. I'm excited to see. It's been a while since I've been at a Matt Taven show. I'm excited to see this.
I will admit, I have to respect, as a burlesque performer and as an expert professional wrestler, I got a vibe with all the sparkle Matt Taven is bringing, literally with personality and also with the gear. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to go down.
This one is going to be absolutely electric this whole night, as we alluded to earlier. I mean, we are here in Boca Raton, Florida, just down the road from Miami, where, the theme of the show wasn't obvious enough. Cruisin for Bruisin. So many here on the staff, as well as the talent here at BRCW are going to be a part of course, Chris Jericho's Rockin' Wrestling Rager, 4-leaf clover, 10 times over, double knit. I don't know how many names it's got this time, but that's just taken off in a few days. And
it's the most metal cruise anyone can ever go on. And I will say that is why it is so electric in here. Everybody is buzzing with the excitement of pre-vacationing with their favorite superstars and also being here tonight and pre-gaming the proper way.
I was just going to say, this is a little
like
a pro wrestling pre-game here.
Absolutely, this is the tailgate, baby.
That's true.
Exactly what's going on.
I didn't know you could tailgate for cruises until today.
Until BRCW. Thank you, BRCW.
As this one started off, we saw earlier a little handshake, sign of respect between these two very well-traveled athletes. And some little bit of back and forth grappling here, both getting the better of the other there for a second. Stallion, though, with the headlock takeover, now in the dominant position here with Matt Taven.
Feeling each other out, trying to get a vibe of each other. Many of these amazing talents tonight have crossed paths before, whether at the same promotion or cross promotion, and so it's exciting to kind of see where all of these athletes are going to drop down toe hold.
As beautiful now, Taven turning things up, dropping the elbow across the back of the neck of Stallion Riders, and Taven here bringing the crowd with him all the way. Now, Rogers seemed barely phased on it. I'll lighten up Taven himself. This has gone from a respectful grappling contest to a little bit of a fight real quick.
We're already popping blood vessels. We aren't even 5 minutes into this show.
No kidding, 5 minutes into match one. But here we stand with Taven. And yeah, I was just gonna say, he'll let you know. If you don't know who he is, he'll be sure to let you know. Of course, Matt Taven always wants to be the #1 trending topic in the room on any show.
Well, look at the control that he's taking. Why shouldn't he be the trend? He is the trend, darling. Look at him.
Very much he'll go and look. Oh! Beautifully placed there.
I think Stallion tasted that boot.
Caught him right upside the jaw. Is Taven now looking to fly here? Whoa! Caught up in the ropes though, but Rogers though sees the opportunity, immediately follows up. Torpedo-like tope from Stallion Rogers. And look at the way this immediately shifted the entire momentum in this matchup.
Oh, DDT!
Planting Taven and into the cover. Here goes Rogers to close it out, but Taven kicks out at 2.
Wow. That's all it takes, Matt. All it takes is 1 second. You and I know that as previous in-ring performers. And so if that's all it takes in here. And take a look in the ropes is all you need.
I have the ball for 1 second. I mean, let alone when there's multiple people in these matches, but even in the one-on-one scenario, that's all I could take is Rogers here into another cover. Taven not giving up yet.
Stallion Rogers has a lot to prove. Last time he did lose the #1 contendership with the fatal 4-way that we saw at BRCW last time in Halloween. And so you can definitely say he has a chip on his shoulder. He has something to prove tonight, and we're seeing that as Matt Taven is on the receiving end.
Look at you, you're doing your research. You're good at this job. I should probably learn a thing or two from you.
Oh, please.
But yes, absolutely true. There was a huge fatal 4-way match for the #1 contendership, ultimately won by Jack Talos, who we will see compete for the BRCW Heavyweight Championship in our main event this evening. Will we see a new champion, the 7-foot monster, your new #1 contender? But you brought up a really good point. I mean, how do you overcome a loss like that? You're only as good as your next match, so time to prove it right here.
You got to buck up, and that's what we're seeing from Stallion right here. Really aggressive on Taven. Wow!
Just washing the face of Taven with his boot there.
I mean, a facial's a facial, darling. I mean, you can get it whether with your esthetician or with
a boot to the face, yeah.
I mean, I know a thing or two about exfoliating ugliness, if you will. I have mad respect for the moves that target the face, which Taven might need a new one in just a bit.
No kidding, Taven, someone who's very proud of the good looks he brings to the wrestling ring, and now looking to turn things around. Oh! There's that spinning neck breaker.
Taven's got to capitalize. capitalizing. I think he might already on his feet, ready to go.
He'll be looking for that acai moon. No! Oh!
No one home.
He was looking for that twisting senton. Rogers saw it coming though, denying the hit and then turning things back around. Plants him with a German suplex, and it's all Rogers once again.
See the intensity on Stallion. Let's see if he can give himself some redemption from that fatal four-way last time and put himself back into the top 4 performers that we see here at BRCW.
Now everybody obviously going to want to keep a close eye on that championship matchup later. Beautiful hesitation dropkick from Rogers. Of course, if you wear the gold, everyone is gunning for you. So whoever comes out, either Lake or Jack Talos, you know everybody here at BRCW is going to be gunning for him. And here we go once again, Stallion going back to the well there with the foot stomp. But now, oh!
There's that not even 1 second where the game could change, and we could see Matt Taven has to capitalize right here.
That's right, it was Rogers who earlier went for that foot stomp into the DDT, which set everything in motion. But Classic once to the well too often there. Taven knew how to counter, throwing Rogers into the corner. This is the moment for Taven to turn things around.
And the crowd is backing him. The crowd knows who they want, and it's Taven.
Ooh! Now the momentum starting to build for the trend. Spinning heel kick there.
These kicks from Taven are devastating.
Ooh. Rogers absolutely planted with the DDT. You know, a shirt comes off, the intensity goes up.
That was the swooning women in the audience.
Hey, that one never worked for me, but good for Matt Taven.
It
worked for a different man. Somehow. Taven with the evasion there. Beautiful step up enziguri on Rogers.
Oh, wow!
Almost a Blue Thunder variation into the cover here. Is that enough? No, Rogers getting the shoulder up at the last second.
Pure shock on Taven's face. What is it gonna take to put Stallion away?
Taven can't believe it. He was convinced. I think many in the audience here tonight in Boca were convinced. But these are the moments as a wrestler you got to dig in. If at first you don't succeed looking for the climax, not to get it right quite yet, you got to work for it a little bit more, Matt. But he does get just the tip to level Stallion Rogers. And there's that twisting senton for the win.
Still a no-go we're seeing here. Wow.
Somehow, some way, Stallion Rogers gets the shoulder up after that barrage of offense from Matt Taven.
Taven has had several fire-ups in this contest here, and he keeps on coming. He's still got gas in the tank. Let's see what's up, Taven.
Does Rogers have an... Oh, God!
Oh.
Headbutt there from Stallion Rogers. And now... Oh, God! The back of the neck of Taven just snapping off the leg of Rogers.
I'm surprised Taven still has a head.
And almost had the match won there. Did Stallion Rogers, screaming in the face at Taven before delivering that swift kick to the face, but Taven not going down without a fight.
Devastating blow right there. That made my neck hair jump up on end.
No kidding here. Now we're in a situation here where both wrestlers have given some of their best shots. And now it's time to figure out what's it going to be as Rogers here locking in this guillotine choke. Oh, God! DDT right into the bottom turnbuckle. That is nasty. Into the cover goes Rogers for the win. No, Taven still saying no.
Both of these athletes are so aggressive with how they utilize the ring. Really not like shotgunning their opponents into these turnbuckles and into these ropes. It's not like kitten kisses, everybody. It doesn't feel good.
No. Those are steel cable ropes. The turnbuckles are padded, but trust me, all they're covering is a big hook of steel. As Rogers now looking for that exclamation point, the period on the sentence. Oh! Misses with the splash. And now there's the climax from Taven. And he's going to show Stallion Rogers how it's done here. Might be feeling froggy. Boom! Into the cover off the splash. That'll do it.
Hell of a frog splash by Matt Taven. I am not. I told you this kid had style. What did I say?
You would know, but wait. Hold up. That's not Matt Taven's music. I'll tell you that much.
This was not scheduled in the programming.
Oh, man. And that is the music of someone Matt Taven is very intimately acquainted with. Is he? Oh, God!
Oh!
We were looking at the ramp, everybody. Vincent is here and just slid into the ring, nailing Taven with a chair. And now just leveling, pummeling Taven here. These guys are former friends, former teammates, spent the better part of a year as part of Honor No More in Impact Wrestling, in Ring of Honor, as friends and allies. And now, here's Vincent just absolutely unloading.
Assault on Matt Taven with that chair. Absolutely brutal.
Oh, God! The flatliner right to the face of Taven and the chair. Vincent's always been a little unhinged.
I'll say.
Here's voices in his head. He's that type, shades of a Charles Manson-esque personality, and it's on full display here in Boca Raton tonight. What the hell has brought this on by Vincent?
He almost doesn't look like he's even there. Like he's seeing red. He's in a rage. What is going on here?
Red rum happens to be in the middle of the ring tonight, courtesy of Vincent. I hate to be a cliche, but an absolutely emphatic statement made by Vincent at the expense of former friend, former brother, Matt Taven.
BRCW Cruisin for Bruisin. I'm Sabrina. I'm joined by Matt Taven. Now, Matt Taven, you went against Stallion Rogers tonight, but what was more surprising was Vincent came out and attacked you, a tag team partner, a friend. How do you feel?
I mean, I wish I could come here and talk about Stallion Rogers. He's a great guy, great athlete, great match we had tonight, right? But of course, time after time, and the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. Well, this has happened for years now. I don't know if you know, but Vincent and I, we came up in the Northeast together. We wrestled in every building there is up there. Then we went to Ring of Honor. Same thing. Then we went to Impact. I get in the door. I smell his smelly dreads. I turn around. There's that Melvin again. Now we're in the only promotion that matters in Florida, and it's the same story. My mistakes in the past is that I didn't put Vincent in the ground like he deserves to be, like I put him in the dust, put him in the past, put him in the rearview mirror and move on. I've never done that. So I guess I have to do that here. Something that I never expected would have to happen, I guess has to happen here. Because I'm not living like this. I'm not looking over my back all the time. I'm moving forward. I'm going for the top. I want to be here to be the champion. That's the only reason why I'm here. Why? Because he is I, and I am him. And I'm Matt Taven. I'm pissed off is what I am.
This is my father,
Mordecai.
and this is how one small change
Your new iPhone.
opened up his world.
I don't understand, there's no buttons.
It's time you lived a little.
What's for the ice cream? Makes you feel like a kid again.
I'm serious.
That's a nice name. I keep the secret because my wife, she get jealous.
In the world of wrestling, they always say anything can happen, and Vincent just proved that to be true with a self-righteous attack on Taven that left him needing assistance. Taven and Vincent have had quite a history as best friends, bitter rivals, reconciled wrestlers, and once again, mortal enemies. Taven definitely has revenge on his mind, and I'll be having a discussion with the chairman, Matthew Mashler, about the best way to settle this grudge. And speaking of grudges, our next episode will feature a grudge match with tremendous stakes on the line, as one wrestler will get his hair cut by our BRCW commissioner, the one and only WWE Hall of Famer, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. It will be Destro the Escamofo taking on the world famous Cheeseburger in a match that's more than business, it's personal, with their hair on the line. The best way to catch that match is to hit subscribe and be notified when it goes live. Until then, check out the first 3 seasons of BocaVision to learn how our champions, Lakai and MJ Jenkins, were crowned and catch up on all the action. We return right here next week with hair versus hair. But until then, I'm Neil the Heel Glazier, wishing you a smooth sailing.